Move on your own, reach moves, dancing in the end zone, first cruise. All we do is get dubs, hate to lose. We can do this all day. No news, don't get it popping if you saying that you popping, dog. Well, I choose, but you don't jump on me, y'all. But deep down, watch glad when you ready for it. You know, from the guy, switch watch. I guess you say about time. TikTok, FNG, where we at? Oh, God. Other leagues can't win. Flip flop. Want to be a champion. Ready to take a champion.
What's up, FNG? This is Jose M23, the Raiders owner. The commission coming to you with show 79. We'll be going over weeks 1 through 3. We're in Madden season 3. So joining me tonight, we'll have a couple of the fellas here. Let me introduce everyone. We'll have Debo, or Harris, I'm sorry, Harris. Okay, Debo, the Chargers owner.
What's going on, FNG fam? How y'all doing tonight?
We got Timothy, aka Dog, the Browns owner.
What's up, FNG?
This is what two shows in a row.
Nah, trying to get better at this.
No worries. And last but not least, our other commissioner, the 9-time Super Bowl champ, Philly Jedi, or Tranks, Philly Jedi, the 49ers owner.
Greetings, everyone. All you gotta do is just don't call me late for dinner. It don't matter what you call me. Good to be here, guys.
So let me jump into the we'll jump into the standings here real quick. Let me see here.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I want to apologize for the sound in the beginning of the show. We'll get that squared away. We'll flog the engineer for the sound at the beginning of the show. We'll get it straight.
All right. Let's see. Y'all see the screen there?
Not yet.
Yep. Yeah, sort of.
Screen.
There we go.
There we go. All right. So starting with AFC North, we have the Browns. Oh, well, they got them at, well, actually, we got the Bengals at 3-0, the Browns at 2-1, the Ravens at 2-1, and the Steelers at 1-2. At the AFC South, we have the Jaguars sitting at 2-1, the Colts at 1-2. Wow, okay. The Texans at 1-2, and the Titans at 1-2. The AFC East, we have the Dolphins at 2-1. I'm not sure what happened here. The Bills at 1-1, the Patriots at 0-2, and the Jets at 0-2.
Short by wins, it'll square that away.
Yeah. And then if you have the AFC West, we have the Chargers at 3-0, the Broncos at 2-0, the Chiefs at 2-1, and myself, the Raiders, sitting at 0-3. Yeah, we head over to the NFC North. We have the Bears at 3-0.
Reigning champs.
Yeah, reigning champs, 3-0. The Packers 2-1. Lions at 0-3, and the Vikes at 0-3. NFC South, we have the Falcons at 3-0, Panthers at 1-2, Saints at 1-2, and the Buccaneers at 1-2. And NFC East, we have the Cowboys at 2-1, Eagles at 1-2, the Giants at 1-1, and the Commanders at 1-2. Heading over to the NFC West. Oh, we have the Seahawks at 2-1, the Cardinals at 2-1. Wow, the 49ers at 1-2, and the Rams at 1-1. And that rounds off the NFL standings for both divisions there.
Yeah, I think your screen didn't update from the advanced.
Oh, okay.
Giants are 2-1, and Rams are 1-2.
1-2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let me see here. So we want to jump into games of the week.
Games of the week. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hold
Games
on
of the
real
week.
quick. Let me do something here real quick. Share another screen here. All these screen shares. All right. Apologize here.
While he's pulling it up, guys. Looking at week 1, any games look unusual to you?
Here we go. Let's start this off here. Y'all see the screen there?
Week 1.
Yes, sir. Week 1.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Oh, we got the Commanders dropping 50 points against the Vikings. Were the Vikings a playoff team last year? Zay, I don't even think Zay made the playoffs last year, so big deal. Him, I guess, establishing his dominance early. We'll see if it continues. Obviously, the Chargers all over the Patriots. No, not a surprise there. Colts all over the Jets. Nobody's surprised about that, right?
No.
A lot of lopsided games this week. Jeez, 51-0.
Yes.
Mhm.
Green Bay all over Detroit. Bucks all over. The Falcons all over the Bucks. 63-17. Bengals all. Oh no, Bengals. This is a close one. 31-37 Bengals.
Yeah, Mike's not here to talk about it.
Yeah, he's finally out hunting on that hunting trip. He's been trying to get turkey hunting. I think it's just starting.
Yeah.
Let's see, Denver all over Philly. Yeah, a lot of lopsided games. Cardinals with a big win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Anyone see that game?
Cardinals? No.
No.
Did not see that one.
Yeah, me either. But
Browns at the
17-24, yeah, that was a big one. You said Rams at the Titans?
Browns at the Titans? That was
Browns at Titans.
a pretty good game. Well, not pretty good, but you know what I mean.
Another lopsided one. Actually, it's funny you just brought him up. We just saw a highlight on the screen. A big run by Chubb.
Mhm.
Mr. Tim, how do you feel about that game against the Titans? Wasn't he like the number 1 seed or number 2 seed last season? Oh no, hold on. He came in as the 9th seed.
No, he was
seventh seed, right?
He was the number 2 seed.
Number 2 seed.
That game, I was surprised. I was a little bit surprised that it went the way that it went, but I wasn't surprised at my game plan working as it did, because the goal was to force him to beat me at something that he doesn't want to do, and that's run the ball. So I stayed in pass coverage. I tried to blitz and just do whatever I can to keep him off balance in this pass game and force him to keep the ball on the ground. But game plan worked to perfection, but I know he'll be back and he'll bounce back and be ready to go.
Wow. Big stat in that game, at least it just stands out to me. MVP of last season, Malik Willis, season 2.
Yeah.
6 interceptions, no touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's big. That's real big, considering he likes to throw the ball around.
Exactly.
And you were at a perfect quarterback rating.
Didn't throw the ball much. Didn't have to.
Hey,
I like when I get to play defense that way.
6 for 6. 6 for 6 always helps. Chubb with 30 attempts, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns. So yeah, you pretty much played a solid game on both sides of the ball. Good performance, especially against the playoff team.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
Giants took it out to the Cowboys. Cowboys playing well. Continue.
See this?
Yeah, we see it now. I mean, we see it, but now we hear the video. So we have turn the volume down on that a little bit.
Never trust a hoe, that's what my daddy said.
In fact, if you can mute that would help. It's really loud.
Make the maddest man, that's what my brother said.
Yeah.
That's what my brother said.
The next game up after them is probably, I would think there's a 49ers game. Seattle 48, San Francisco 22.
Yep. What happened?
Anybody
during
see
that
this game?
man?
Anybody see this game?
Some of it.
Did you see the game?
Yeah.
Nah, I was playing. Obviously, I was playing both my eyes closed. Trey Lance had Trey Lance had 2 touchdowns and 5 picks. This was a what could go wrong did go wrong at the worst possible time. And it looked like
right there.
Yeah. I kept giving him the ball, throwing picks, to be honest with you. That was the story of that game. I mean, there were a couple picks that I threw that were kind of like at the end of the game, trying to, force the ball. But just get dominated this game. I mean, can't win if you're giving the ball to the other team, and he had a good day on the ground. McCaffrey got a couple runs in there, but it wasn't anything worth. At least it was going to help me that game. 24 attempts, so it wasn't like he didn't get the ball enough. But don't matter if you get all the way down and you throw it away. That's probably the story of that game. Debo with 2 catches. Metcalf with 1 big catch. That catch that he got was big on down the left side. Made it kind of tough. You know what I mean? But, I think the thing that hurt me the most in this game, there's only one loss. Trent Williams getting hurt in this game was tough. It was really tough to deal with. And he was hurt. He's hurt for a couple weeks now. So,
Right.
we gotta pick it up this week. We gotta pick it up. And obviously, to wrap it up, we got the Bears on Thursday Night Football. They beat the Chiefs 24-21. Good performance by the champs. First year as the champs. Perfect quarterback rating by Justin Fields. Looks like the Bears are doing what they got to do. I think they made a really good trade too recently.
Yeah. Very good trade.
They have Henry by then. They traded for Derrick Henry for everybody who doesn't know. The Bears traded for Derrick Henry.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, 21 carries for 112 yards, 1 touchdown. Yeah. Look like the rich get richer. All right, I don't know how rich he was as far as how good his team was, but yeah, giving them Derrick Henry's, I believe that's going to be a big deal. Really big deal. Could be the reason why the guy lost. The Titans, no run game. Who knows? But I think that's all we got in week 1.
Week 1.
Yeah, moving on to week 2. Any games stand out?
Miami beating the Commanders.
Yeah.
28,
they had to play the game
25.
twice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but still, that's a big win for Brandon, man.
Yes, very big win.
Zay is nobody you can really speak on.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he's in tune with the game or not, can't sleep on him at all. That was I watched some of that game, and I gotta say Brandon was playing lights out. I mean, from the passing to his play calling, it looked very, very good. My honest opinion. It just felt like a couple times, he got a lot of things go his way, but I mean, still, like he's a lot of his execution, man. That was all him, man. Some things it was pretty spectacular, man. It was interesting to watch.
It looked like his rookie running back, Russ Sutton, he gave 25 attempts to and 133
Yeah,
yards. That's big. I mean,
that guy was breaking a lot of tackles. They couldn't bring him down, man.
And Antonio Gibson only having 52 yards rushing, and Zay's a rusher, so not bad. Good game by Brandon. It's an important win in that division chasing the AFC East if he wants to compete. Chiefs all over the Patriots. So, Giants. Oh no, that's a computer game. Houston shutting out the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's big.
Jeez.
That score was shocking, just because of, mainly the score, and we know Bullock's better than this.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's been traveling a bit, and I'm talking about cross country. Him being on the West Coast, and he's been on the East Coast for a while, so I don't know. He looked jet lagged, not being able to score against the Texans. Texans got their brand new quarterback, Mark Washington, starting off the season, or at least the second game of the season, with 112.7 quarterback rating. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Obviously, that Jameis Winston looking like the Bucs Jameis Winston, throwing 5 picks. 169 yards passing. But Damian Pierce helps out with 169 yards on the ground, 27 attempts. So this is a good performance by Chris Ferguson, new owner in the league, newer owner in the league, and good win against a quality opponent. Shut him out. So that's impressive. That is very impressive. Hopefully he keeps it up. He'll be able to keep things going for that race down in the AFC South.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers and Falcons had a really close one, 38-41. Anybody see this one?
No, I didn't see that game.
Yeah. To be honest with you guys, this week I've been having a rough go at it. My son's playing 2 sports, and it's been tough to even just get my games in, much less watch some of these games. But we got the Cardinals all over the Steelers, 24-6. I know this was broadcast. Anybody see this one?
No, I didn't get to catch that one.
No, okay. Rams at Eagles. I think I remember seeing a couple snippets of this game. I'm actually kind of surprised this game turned out the way it was. Oh, all right. Now that I look at the stats,
that's kind of surprising.
Now that I look at the stats, though, it should have been worse. Nickel Donald throwing 5 picks.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what I remember about this game. For some reason, Flash fades back 15, 20 yards every snap, and he was getting sacked left and right. And I guess those last minute passes were turning into picks, because there wasn't much going on the ground for either team. I think it was those picks that kept putting him in a position to score points.
Still found a way to get the ball to Alec Pierce, though. Still found a way to get the ball to him.
Yeah, because he's throwing so much. I mean, you can't win. Similar to my first week's game, you can't win when you're throwing the ball to the other team. He had 32 attempts, only completed 40% of them, 13 attempts. 8 of them went to Alec Pierce, but 5 of them went to the other team.
Aaron Donald, 3.5 sacks. Jeez.
Yeah, Brian does a good job of giving the other team some sacks too, believe it or not. But yeah, a little shocked at that score. But let's see, anything stand? Oh well, we had another Oof, not a blowout. Oof. Division winner versus the Super Bowl runner-up, 44-0. Man, tell me what happened in this game, Harris. Bills, Chargers. Other than a whole lot for you and not a whole lot for him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, let me ask you this way.
I mean, I'm
gonna treat you as a hostage. Why do you think you were so successful in this game?
I went ahead and went to his stadium and recorded his team in practice. Then snuck into the coach's office, got a copy of their playbook, and just kept it for myself. And I just studied. I looked at the paper and I looked at the film. And I put 2 and 2 together.
You're also full of crap.
No, we had a great day on defense. I knew what he wanted to do. It was pretty much the same thing that I saw in the playoffs. So I just repeated the whole process. It was just by being just a repetitive thing, I just repeated what I needed to do to stop him and what I needed to do on offense to be successful, and I just kind of doubled down on it. So I scored more points this time, and actually my defense.
It wasn't more points. Better. He didn't score at all.
I know. I mean, I said I scored more points this time compared to the playoff game, and I stopped them from scoring as much compared to the playoff game. So I just doubled down on everything. And so it was just pretty successful. That's all.
Oh yeah, very efficient.
Was that the rookie's breakout game? The receiver you got there? I see Barry Allen.
I have not had a breakout
30-yard run.
Yet.
Yeah, his breakout game.
Receptions. Yeah, he had a breakout game.
He had a very good game. Yeah.
I haven't had a breakout yet. Nope.
Yeah.
So
the only breakout he understands, Josian, is in that. He don't understand it.
Oh, okay. I was thinking he had it was the rookie came to, he had a breakout game this game. He's like, no, I didn't get a breakout miss. I meant his stats, man.
Breakout game. No.
Yeah, week 2, he had an amazing game. Yeah.
This
was his breakout game. Yes.
Yeah, he did play great. I will say that.
Well, it was a good game. Yeah. Score is definitely more shocking than the actual results and not scoring. But wow, you had a game against the Packers, Ocean. What happened this week?
No show. My team did not show.
No.
He was dominating on both sides of the ball, defense and offense. I couldn't really get anything going. So yeah, he just dominated the game.
He's definitely shut you down running the ball.
That's what you top dogs do, man. You guys, once y'all get a stranglehold on the game, it's pretty much lights out after that.
Gotta finish, man. You gotta finish. Gotta hold them off. You gotta finish.
Yeah. Those 2 picks, I'm sure, didn't help.
No.
27-9. All right. Moving along, we got another.
That Indy Seattle game was pretty interesting. Anybody watch that one?
Yeah. I was in the middle of a game, real life game. I missed it.
I think I saw the replay. I don't really remember what happened.
Well, looking at the stats,
playing well.
We had Tyler Huntley, 61%, 11 out of 18 attempts completed. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, was 14 out of 22 attempts, 63%. Not as efficient as usual, especially with 2 picks. Only 204 yards. So, we expect Jonathan Taylor to have a really, really strong showing, and he did. But Kenneth Walker, another great game. I mean, I'm sure he rushed for a million yards against the 49ers week 1, and had another great game this week, 118 yards. So he was kind of keeping pace with Jonathan Taylor, but I think the inefficiency with with Baker Mayfield's passing, 71.0 passer rating, 2 turnovers. This game was close, so it wasn't like it was a blowout like what the Seahawks had in week 1, but looked like those turnovers were the big nail in the coffin for this game.
Hey, just real quick, when we were talking about I guess you guys were talking about Isaiah making those trades. He said, "Businessmen handling business, great deals."
Well, anytime the champs can get a trade through to that level, with that level of player, it's always dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And one thing he's always had an issue with is getting a star back there, a stud back there. And now he's got a really good player back there. Hell, I was even trying to trade for that guy season 2.
Mr. Henry.
Yeah. I was negotiating, trying to get it through, but the negotiations didn't work out. That plus a reset of the league.
They don't want you to be great.
No, the reset of the league and me ending up with Christian McCaffrey made the necessity a little less. But that's an excellent trade, and obviously he's utilizing it because this guy's 3-0 right now. And right behind him, we got another blowout. It's 2 blowouts in a row for the 49ers. 63-40.
What in the hell happened in that game, sir?
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Well, you can see the INTs, man. He had 6
picks.
Trey Lance.
And there were at least. And here's the crazy part, right? Me being the guy playing that game, 14 points of that game were kick returns, right? And, anytime you can give up 14 points on kick returns, offense doesn't even have to do anything, and you don't have to worry really about losing the ball when you get the ball. And then another 14 points were pick sixes. So, that's 28 points of all you have to do is make some tackles and not give the ball. That's 28 points that the offense didn't put on the scoreboard. You know what I mean? So it's like you really make things hard when you give it to the other team and you just give up yards like that. And rushing, McCaffrey did barely over 60 yards rushing. And Joe Mixon with 160 on 16 carries. I mean, everything was going well for him.
Yes, it looks like it for stat-wise. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I don't even look at the inflated stats of the 49ers receivers and stuff. That crap doesn't matter because when you're losing, a lot of times your stats will be a little inflated. So that doesn't really do much for me. It's the turnovers, and it's the scoring. It's the scoring that was happening. It's the scoring that was happening without the offense scoring. I believe that was the difference. I felt like I was in it briefly, but it was like, I think he had 2 back-to-back kickoff returns too. You know what I mean? So I felt like there wasn't much we were doing to make things better. I think we struggled a bit on the ground without Trent Williams, so that was big. That hurt a lot, but not as much as giving the ball away. Moral of that story. Defensively, there wasn't much going on either. I think we might have got 1 pick. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you guys got 1.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Trust me, it wasn't. It was everything going one direction.
Yeah.
Excellent win by the Bengals. You know what I mean? He did what he had to do in the San Fran. Thumped us. But moving right along, we'll go down to the Browns all over the Ravens. 14-28. I didn't see the game.
I didn't either.
Why don't you give us a heads up, Tim, on this game?
It's pretty much the same formula to beating the Titans. Just wanted to, if he's going to beat me, he's going to have to do it running the ball. And and I just stuck to that mindset. And it worked out once again successful for the Browns. So I wanted to keep my main 2 goals: contain Jackson and not allow Andrews to get too busy. because he could hurt you. He could hurt you. You know, the previous week, I think he scored 3 touchdowns against whatever team the Ravens played. And I was like, yeah, we can't let that happen, or else it's going to be a bad day for us. So we had to keep close eye on those 2 players in particular, and protect.
Good job, man. Yeah.
Thank you. And
Andrew's
also
got 0 TDs, and you had Jackson 5
picks. Yeah,
5 picks, man.
Yeah. So, you know, it wasn't easy, but you know, I stuck to it. Stay committed to what I was doing, and it worked. So,
Lamar Jackson, 5 rushes, 10 yards, 1 touchdown. So that's a gigantic stat for you defensively, helping them with 10 yards rushing.
Yards per carry. Good grief.
And J.K. Dobbins only 83 yards rushing. You know, you guys defensively had a good game.
For the most part, Dobbins ran the ball pretty well. I mean, he probably could have kept running, but you know, when you don't really want to do that, and that's not your style of play, it makes it very hard for you to stay committed to running the ball all day.
Right. Makes sense.
So, yeah.
Well, good game. Let's say moving along. I think that's all for week 2.
And that's crazy, man. That's impressive too. You kept Nicole Hardman to 1 catch. That's crazy.
Wow. And Denzel Ward at 4 picks. Good, great. He's starting up the season again. God, wait. Save some for the other AFC guys.
Week 3. Anything stand out here?
I will say for week 2, the last thing, the Jags beat his brother, the Christian brothers. He got the win, the first win.
Oh, he got some hold on. Where was that? Oh, I was just saying. Hold on.
I didn't even know that happened.
37-17. So he got the first win and seemed like he dominated.
He did. It's just that simple. He dominated his brother. He really did.
Definitely did.
Malik Willis, 49.6
ton of turnovers.
Funny. I don't know who got more picks, Trey Lance or Malik Willis.
I got some revenge.
You got him by 1.
I got him by 1.
Yeah, you had 6, you had 5.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm sure that's going to. I'm
sure
him beating.
There was no trash talk in that week 2 for the Christian brothers.
Well, I tell you, him beating the Titans, I'm sure that's going to affect his ranking in the top 10. I mean, I know it's early. We haven't even done 4 games yet, but that's a kind of an impressive win. Especially he squeaked into the playoffs last season. It's a big win. Big win. You know,
I went into maybe. I'm sorry, I just had to mention that because they usually.
No, I'm glad you said that. I'm like, because I missed it. Let's see. Chargers at Packers. I'm sorry, Harris. I missed this, man. And so this was a good game. So yeah, man, that's a good game. 2 high-powered offenses, man.
Yeah. Sean may not think this, but in my honest opinion, to me, is always a puzzle before going into a game to play in because believe it or not, I mean, Sean passes the ball very well, but believe it or not, he has a very decent running game that will throw you off. His defense is very decent also. He plays very tough as far as defensively. I'm usually pretty nervous going into play because I don't really know what to expect. You know, he may come out. I mean, he's the type that'll come out in the pass formation and run the ball in. And you're just sitting there like, okay, I don't know what the hell is next. If you let him be successful with that run, you might get hit with it again, or you might just throw it on the top of your head. I really wanted to contain Watson. I believe I did slightly.
2 for 55 yards, no touchdowns. You did great containing Christian Watson.
Yeah, it's actually pretty big then. But the other guy that hurt me was Booker. That guy this rookie got open, a couple times. And a couple times he got open and Sean didn't see him, but I saw him. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, shit, trees don't look that way. That guy, that was going to be a guaranteed touchdown. I always like playing Sean because it's always, it's a challenge. I caught quite a few breaks in this game, especially that pass to Miles Boykin at the end of the half. I mean, Boykin, don't get me wrong. I consider him to be a very big sleeper, like very good receiver. Like a lot of people sleep on that guy. I mean, you could throw it up to him. More than likely, he'll get it and hold on to it. I guess hint for next match. People want to try to sign him now. But yeah, I caught quite a few breaks. We played very decent on offense also. Yeah, not offense, on defense. We played very decent on defense. My running game didn't go the way I really wanted it to go. So my passing game took over. I think I wound up having 5 touchdown passes total.
Yeah.
Chark had over 100 yards this season. Allen had over 100 yards this season.
Yeah, they both had 8 for 125 and a touchdown.
Right.
That's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Like twins.
So a running back with 165 yards is not a good running game.
Not a good day for him. With 21 carries.
Yeah, for me, that's an okay day. Honestly, I mean 7.9 yards per carry. Yeah, that's a decent average for me. But 165 yards, like usually my carries would probably be close to 25, maybe even closer to 30, and I would have at least 200. That's a good day for me. That's a typical day. But 0 touchdowns. And I fumbled once. I mean, that fumble caught me off guard. That was a really good fumble he got on me, man. My guy asked me if a fumble at all, not even in practice. But his guy, Jones, man, that pissed me off. A couple of his runs he got with him, man. Pissed me off big time. That's the stuff that caught me off guard. And then, of course, I got to deal with Aaron Rodgers delivering the ball perfectly to his receivers.
Yeah, perfectly with no pressure and the whole thing.
No pressure, yeah.
Oh, Sean says
Sean is a great competitor, though, man. Great player.
So on the I'm reading the text here. Sean says philosophically, I have to change things to beat Harris.
I got to do the same thing too. I can't run the same stuff. So I mean, big shout out to Sean, man. Great competitor, man. Great player. I hate playing against you. And I'm gonna leave it as that.
Well, probably needs to do a little bit better rushing the ball. He didn't have a good day rushing the ball, or at least enough attempts. He only got 13 total attempps. Oh, not in counting Aaron Rodgers.
I think if he runs the ball more, I think he'll mess some people's heads up. Yeah, he runs the ball a little bit more. He'll definitely mess some people's heads. This passing game is already there. It's already good.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, another game stands out. It's third game of the week. Tennessee over the Colts. Yeah. Tell you, those AFC South games are becoming some games to watch, man. 38-35. I missed it, but Malik Willis finally didn't throw more than 3 picks in this game. Both he and Baker Mayfield both had 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. They were pretty even throwing the ball, but 17 for 21 for Malik Willis and 14 for 26 for Baker Mayfield. So a little less successful on the Colts side as far as completions. And Jonathan Taylor held to 96 yards on 22 attempts. And this is that Henry trade right here. I guess he got more of a back that he prefers. 15 carries, 93 yards, and a touchdown.
David Montgomery,
yeah, that was part of that. That trade.
Sure was.
Surprised he didn't get more passes though. Montgomery only got 1 pass in this game, so I guess he hasn't figured out the offense yet.
Is that a shot fired, really?
No, typically he prefers throwing to his running back. So what's name was just a glorified X Factor blocker. So
using what they made for, man.
Noah Fant with 1 pass. I remember that was a big trade season 2, him getting Noah Fant, setting his team up. And Marquise Brown with 2 catches, 12 yards. Looks like the Colts offense is struggling, at least passing wise. And of course, Robert Woods getting his, Thor Perriman getting his. I mean, it was a close game, so I don't like it was a blowout or anything like that. But just Colts got to get it together. Get it together. Yeah. This is not how they usually perform. Let's see, week 3, Saints Panthers.
Yeah, I tried to get the highlight from that game that he posted, but I couldn't pull it off the site. He made a post of that fumble that Kamara did. That
kind was crazy. Yeah, what's his name? Reggie put that highlight up there. Correct. Another close one in the NFC South here. It's good to see Bullock put up a whole bunch of points. That's all I'm saying, because After that Houston Texans game, they had the questioning the meaning of life. Eagles losing a close one to Miami. But Brandon is two wins, so he's on his way.
Yeah, they've been nail biters. They've been close. They've been close.
Yeah,
games.
real close. Eagles been having a lot of close games, but he's been able to pull out the other ones. Of course, Atlanta taking care of business against Tampa Bay again. Hold on, this is the third game, so they played both their games in the first 3 weeks. Jeez, he played in week 1, and now he played in week 3. He's done. Let's see.
Damn.
Just now all over
That's pretty
Houston.
close, man. Usually would say that for like the Wolves at the end of the season or midway
Correct.
or something. Typical EA.
Sean real quick says the Colts they acquired too many weapons, too many mouths to feed offensively.
Yeah, you might have a point. You might have a point. Sometimes less targets means you gotta focus on getting guys open versus just tossing it and expecting them to make a play. Who knows? Bears, the champs, at the Vikings. This is a close one here. I guess the divisional rivalry continues. It's good to see Minnesota put up a good amount of points too. They've been struggling, even though I think they're all
using their rookies.
Yeah, a lot of rookies. Jay Cooper.
Yeah.
400 yards passing. Let me see. Got 400 yards passing. Derrick Henry with 119 yards rushing. Dalvin Cook. The quarterback. I'm sorry. It's quarterback. Rookie quarterback.
I know.
75 yards for Dalvin Cook, which is disappointing, I'm sure, for all Vikings fans. And
Oh my goodness. Sarcasm, dude. That's good.
what are you talking? No, that's not sarcasm. I'm sure all Vikings fans would be disappointed if that's the type of output he would give. Is he an X Factor or a superstar at least? T.J. Hawkinson, Jarvis Landry, Justin Jefferson, 2 catches, 54 yards, 1 touchdown. They got to figure out a way to get the ball to him. Yeah, no, you know what I mean?
Right. Man, Bears are loaded too, though, man. They got Claypool.
Claypool going off.
He's got Henry.
Odell, Komet.
Man.
Jeez.
Loading up.
Hey,
He ain't having
Kyle,
no
let me get Justin Jefferson, man.
Man, you got
I'll trade all my receivers for him, man. I'll trade all my receivers for him.
And we might see a trade coming on now. Watch.
So, I don't think he would know what to do with himself if he had that.
Oh my god, you have no idea.
Let's see.
Man, that Dallas game against Seattle, considering Seattle was 2-0 going to this one.
They were hot.
Wow.
The Cowboys said, nah.
I mean, that's 2 points. That's crazy.
He got a safety,
Damn,
got a whole
safety?
It was a holding call on the 1 yard line. And it got the safety off of it. And
wow.
I don't know if only somebody who watched this game will be able to tell us this. Was Brock Purdy put in there because Tyler Huntley got hurt, or because Tyler Huntley threw 3 picks?
Does it matter? They both have the same stats. Look at that.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. 3 picks. QBR sucks. Oh,
he just had a rough game.
They had a rough game.
2 sacks apiece.
Yeah.
What did Micah Parsons do? That's the only fool I'm worried about on the Cowboys if I ever see Bet. That's all I'm worried about with him.
It was
3 solo tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks.
Yeah.
3 sacks, dude.
Yeah, he had a good day.
He was a Chico. He's Chico, man.
Let's see how DK Metcalf did. 2 catches, 36 yards.
Yeah, he was. He had. God, Jaron Curse had 3 picks. I mean, the whole secondary was just they were feasting.
Yeah, they were essentially shutting them down. I mean, his offense didn't score, so
Kenneth Walker did him. Everybody got no running backs got any touchdowns, but Dak Prescott got 2 touchdowns carrying over 3 attempts for 2 yards.
Hey man, maybe he's doing the I don't know.
No.
Anyway, moving along.
Doing those quarterback sneaks on the goal line,
Yeah, it's a possibility. He does do
Let's
that.
get those, and boom.
Niners get off the schneid. Finally get a 1 in the win ranks.
Oh Lord.
But we don't need to go over that game. That game's terrible.
Man, KC,
Yeah.
Detroit was that game. I watched rewatching that game. It was like it seemed like it was replay after replay. It was like pick six. I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
I
Darius, what the
was
hell's
like,
going
oh my
on,
God.
Darius?
Oh,
Yeah, it
wow. 9.
Yeah,
Nine, nine turnovers.
telling you, it's like he get the ball back and it was like pick. It was like you almost watch it. It's like you rewind it. It's like did I watch the same play? It's like pick six. I'm like, God dang.
He threw 7 touchdowns with Pat Mahomes. But
Yeah,
it's Pat Mahomes though. So
yeah.
I mean,
He had a couple passes where he did that free form passing. There was some nice passes. Like, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is how the Colts. This is how the Chiefs are supposed to look.
Darius
Tony, man, he had, that was almost 234 yards.
234.
And 6 touchdowns.
Yo, you know what this stats look like? These stats look like somebody running up the score against the computer.
But he was, I tell you what, that receiver was always open. And he did some free, he was, I was like, golly, double him or something. I was like,
Travis Kelce only had 1 catch.
It was crazy. I played a couple online ranked games, and one of the games was against the Chiefs. And one guy had this guy, Darius Tony, turn me up. I mean, I shut him down eventually, but he does get open. That little dude's fast.
Yeah, he was getting. I was like, how is he getting? I was even positive again. I was like, what route was that? Because he was wide open. I was like, man, I got to pick that play. Yeah, but he was. Yeah, he was telling you. It was like watching. I was watching that game. I was like, did he just? Wait a minute. It was.
He just ran that play.
He just ran that. No, it's a different play. It's just, but he did some free form passes that. I was like, wow, he's dangerous. But
I saw that. Now I know what to look for.
The game was wild.
Oh, let's see. Dog took an L this week. He was running pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
What happened this week, man?
We had 2 games. We had to start all over. The first game was good. Got a nice little drive. Scored the first points of the game. Was playing a little defense. Then a desync happened, and then we reset the game, started playing again, and he came back a little better than I did at the end of the day. He played smart. He played well. Took his time. Though I still had more time of possession than he did. He executed well. He executed better than I did down the stretch. So that's a loss. But,
yeah, he had I think I pulled the highlight from here. He had a nice run.
He did,
with his back.
We touched him a few times. It just had a great run.
Couldn't put him down. Took like 6 tackles.
Yeah, I know. I got to rewatch that game again to really get a good.
All right, refresh my memory, gentlemen.
What's that?
This is the same Rashad Penny that used to play for the Seahawks, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. Listen, I've played against Rashad Penny a bunch. I've never seen him run like that. I mean, like
it was always Chris Carlson.
I was watching the game. I was like, he had to put a couple good runs.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Where he's breaking tackles, he would have him for a loss, and he would just push pass and get 2-3 extra yards. It was a good game.
But did anybody catch on to this though? Did anybody catch on to what this the comparison right here? Like both of the twins, they just traded away their running back and had success.
Well, sometimes like you guys say, sometimes you guys prefer a certain style of runner or certain style of player. So so maybe they were just they found the guys they wanted.
Well,
yards
before we start crowning anybody just yet, it's only week 3. A lot of these records are looking kind of strange, right? You got a couple of the usual suspects up at the top, but you got to be able to stay consistent the entire season.
Yep.
not just break out early. Because usually
Right.
during season one, you have like some strange guys will break out because we're learning the game.
Yeah.
People busy or something in the beginning of the season, and then once they started getting the game right, things flip the way they're supposed to. So
Right.
we'll see if these guys can keep it up. Ravens all over the Cardinals. Appreciate that, Dill. 24-14. Man, I think that's it because I need some help in this NFC West, man. Can't let them guys get too far
early,
ahead.
though, man. Like you said, it's too early. Anything can, when you get a.
Well, it's games like these. It's games like these that are important when you're trying to, historically I do pretty well in the NFC West. So these type of games, Cardinals losing this game will keep him back when he should be 3-0 right now.
Right.
Those are the type of games that you're gonna wish you had. I mean, it's a close game. One I got blown out, anything crazy, but just you got to win these games too. But that's all we got for weeks 1 through 3. Any games of the week for next week? Since we're here, I got some games.
Let me see.
Raiders at Bears. You got a chance as a champs this week.
Man, you might as well. I might as well give him the free win the way I've been playing.
Baltimore, Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, Ravens, Cincinnati. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Buffalo and New York should actually be an interesting game.
You know what's crazy?
Browns 49ers is gonna be an interesting game.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
49ers fighting for their life, and the Browns trying to keep them going 50% this season so far.
Yeah,
the 49ers are not fighting for their lives. There's 14 games left. The 49ers fighting for their lives. There's 14 games left. Trying to get back on track.
I say y'all go ahead and play right now, man. Send each other an invite.
Oh, man.
It got real quiet. I ain't heard crickets, right? We don't operate like that.
Yeah,
we don't operate like that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You also got the Seahawks and Cards, and then the Jags and Falcons will be an interesting game.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to see if these guys are legit.
Titans too.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Titans. I look past this week 4. I'm already looking into week 5.
Chargers, Titans, Jaguars, Falcons, 49ers, Browns.
Yeah, a couple good games.
Because those are like both of those two guys, at least as far as the beginning of the season, are making moves. So got Bills, Giants. I want to see what happens. I want to see that one too. Ravens, Bengals. That'll be the 4th one.
Yeah.
Ravens, Bengals, 49ers, Browns, Jaguars, Falcons, and Chargers, Titans. Those are the 4 games. If you're watching sleep, those are what they are. If you want to post them up or whatever. That's it. That's all we got.
Yeah, all we got left is the top 10. You ready for that one? No.
Yeah.
Right.
Shook it up a little bit this time. And only did it because we this is before the advance.
Yeah, this was before the advance, so we gotta.
This is before the advance, so everybody just of course it can change. Got any discrepancies, of course. Say what you got to say, but it's what it is before the advance.
All right, let me share this out. Can you see it there?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
All right, FNG, here is your top 10 ranking for season 3. Coming in at number 10, we have the 2-1 Seahawks. At number 9, we have the 2-1 Cardinals. Number 8, we have the 2-1 Cowboys. Number 7, we have the 2-1 Ravens. Number 6, we have the 2-1 Browns. Number 5, we have the 2-1 Packers. Number 4, we have the 2-1 Jaguars. Number 3, we have the 3-0 Bengals. And number 2, 3-0 Chargers. And number 1, King of the North, 3-0 Bears. And we have our honorable mentions. This is the shakeup right here. Number 11, the 2-0 Falcons. Number 12, 2-0 Broncos.
Look at that.
And that is your FNG top 10 in your honorable mentions.
Good job.
Figure I
Good
shake it
job.
up. Yeah, figure I shake it up because of they haven't played their games yet, but honorable mentions, they're undefeated, so they deserve to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, that's all our, so I'll make sure I'll post that. I'll make that correction. I noticed the Cardinals are showing 12-5 and they actually 2-1, so I'll get that corrected.
Yeah, they're not 12-5,
wow.
not yet.
Yeah. I'll make sure I make
Is that
that
a prediction
correction.
there, Josian?
Yeah, dude, it's
Oh
when
boy.
you're home alone, trying to only, I'm playing mom and dad today. This
Oh, okay.
kind of rough, so Is there anything
Well,
else, fellas? Anything we need to bring up, discuss?
yes, I definitely have something if no one else has anything.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, go right
The
ahead.
floor is yours.
We're having, all right, first off, as I mentioned a little earlier, my weeks are not as clear as they usually are. And I'm sure people are used to maybe a little bit more, I don't want to say contact, but me being a little bit more available when they need me. That's not always going to be the case. And you have the tools you need to get done what you need to get done. Specifically, when it comes to scheduling the game, if you're having trouble scheduling your game, you can tag us specifically inside the post, and we'll get to it when we can. There are two commissioners, not just one. Secondly, if for some reason you deserve a force win because for whatever reason, inside the post, the post that we put up every single week tells you what you have to do. Inside that post, you put down, hey, look, we weren't able to get our game done, and he missed two scheduled games, game scheduled kickoff times. I'm due a force win this week, and tag your opponent in there. It tells you everything you need to do. We don't post those things just to put a bunch of words up there. The words on there are important. When we're doing a trade, we post a whole bunch of rules about the trades, and then we get a bunch of people asking the same questions. You guys need to read the rules, read the instructions, and if it's not in the Constitution, it's not in the rules for whatever it is you're trying to do, that's when you try to get us. Because, we're not always, Hosiani's over in Germany, and he's got a full family, you know what I mean? Plus work. And me, I'm not as available as I usually am. And if for some reason you miss me, tag me and keep it moving. I'm sure we'll get to it. It's not, I can't be everywhere all the time. Maybe you can ask somebody, because I wasn't even online playing any games this week, really. I just enough contact so that I, can set my games up, but it's becoming more difficult. So use the tools you have, gentlemen, to get done what you have to get done. And thirdly, I guess, please schedule your games. I'm getting to the point, we came close. Let me just say it this way. There were two people who came close to getting booted in the past week or so. Two people. So, so I don't think it's just this one person. We came very close to booting two people. We are getting sick and tired of having people not contacting your opponent. You guys, and these are vets. These are not people who are new in the league. Brian Ward, you got Damari Allen, you got Chris Ferguson. These are new guys who act like they're vets because they know how to contact. They know how we're to the point now. We keep having issues out of these guys. We're going to just boot these guys with no notice because I'm not going to hold anybody's hand to have them act like a grown man and contact their opponent. Leave your goddamn schedule up there and show up to your game. And I'm telling you right now, we got guys that are waiting I contacted a couple people, and people gonna just be all of a sudden gone, and people are gonna like be shocked when they're gone. I'm warning the entire league now. Reach out to your opponents. Give your schedule. Show up to your game. Play your game.
Yeah, and if you're busy, fellas, I'm gonna piggyback off that. If you guys are busy, don't assume your schedule. You don't have availability. Just post your availability. You'd be surprised how some guys will flex. I mean, I'm overseas and I post my times, and everybody that I played with has been willing to flex. So I have no empathy for anyone that says I was busy. My schedule, there's no reason for it, guys. Some of y'all have been in this league. We don't change, we don't deviate from the schedule. The advances are the same days, same times. The only times it changes is if we're doing the off season, we're trying to get into the regular season. There may be a day that it's off for the time, but we don't deviate from the schedule. It's not like we surprise you guys week in and week out. Hey, we're advancing today. It's the same schedule day in and day out. So if you're busy, I know some of y'all are, want to get your games played and you're passionate about playing, but there's going to be times you just can't play. Don't make your opponent wait. Just let them know, hey, I'm not available to play, and it's a free win, and we move on to the following week. But don't drag it out and then wait the last minute to say, well, my availability. If you're just post your availabilities. We made that very clear. We make the post very clear. Post your times of availability. You'd be surprised how some guys will flex and will make time to play even when you think your schedule is not going to work. The excuses at this point for some of y'all, it don't cut it, man. I'm overseas. There's the big time change for me. It don't make sense to me. Some of y'all come up with these excuses. It just doesn't make any sense. We get it. We all have lives. We all have families. We all got things going on. So the excuses, there should be no excuses. Either you can.
We're not taking them no more, and people are gonna end up on the damn waiting list. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm just telling everybody now. We're gonna start putting people on the waiting list, and just just because you got booted because you can't schedule, you're not the first one to do it. It won't be the last one to do it, but we're not gonna be waiting anymore because we got new people who know how to follow the rules, and we're just not making excuses no more. That's it. That's all. But outside of that, I ain't got nothing else, Jose.
I think we're good, fellas. We had to, start off the show a little bit rough, but we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. So I appreciate y'all as always.